So, hello, welcome to Rescapp's development. So, I'm going to check just in a minute if everything works as expected, and so that you can enjoy my voice and so on. So it seems it works. Okay, so let's see. So what we are going to do today is to write documentation, which is quite a boring so this is quite boring to write, but this is needed so that every option in Rescapp has their own options and so on, their own explanation. So okay, so now I'm going to set up this is full screen one so that it's easier. Wait a moment. Okay, so that it's easier. So yes, I want to change my monitor settings and I want this resolution, and it should be applied, or that's not. Okay, yeah. So I don't want to change my locale, and I want to change my keyboard so that I have the Spanish one, and I am happy when I'm writing. And I do not want the BNC server. So as you can see, this is Rescapp 0.71 beta 7, and you've got this self-test stuff and so on. So what you want to do, what we want to do is the following thing. So if you check restore group, so you can see that there's a title and some steps, images. So this is the documentation of restore group into the MBR, and so there is other options like is in new Linux bootfix, which has the default documentation, so it does not have a proper documentation for the option. So basically what we want to do is to write the documentation for all of this stuff, and the first thing you need to do is to take pictures of the options being used. Okay, so yeah, so probably I'm going to take the pictures first, I'm going to save them into a folder, then I'm going to do a copy, and then thanks to this copies I'm going to write the HTML. So right now if you go into install system, you've got the somewhere there's the documentation. Let me see if I remember correctly, if it's here. I'm not sure the exact path. So I think it's USR share doc Rescapp, but I'm not sure, so we're going to check. Yeah, Rescapp. So you've got the plugins, and then instead inside each one of the plugins you've got So the group install, which is the group restore one, you've got the local doc HTML, and you've got the documentation. So this is going to find the just images which needs to be put here. So we're going to do these screenshots. So in order to do the screenshots, we can use either a screenshot from here, which can help me capture an area of the screen. Okay, maybe I'm going, let's see. Okay, so the problem with this image viewer, with this capture stuff, is that this capture tool is that okay, yeah, there's a delay. I thought there was not a delay. So now I can do things like, yeah. So that's pretty nice. So we're going to do the snapshots inside the ISO. Then I'm going to do tar.gc, and I'm going to put them out so that everything works okay. So yeah. So let's first of all, I guess we are going to need, so let's suppose I'm going to do a screenshot of an area, and 2 seconds. So I take this photo, and then I can save it on the user folder. So we're going to we're going to create a nice folder in order to save all of this stuff. So it's one of the, yeah, test one. So it's one of these tests. It's going to go here. So I'm going to use I'm going to use what's the name? Yeah, you're going to use a folder for each one of the options. So we are going to do it in order, and as you may know, there are options which are in several places at the same time. So Easy New Linux Bootfix is here, it's also here, and yeah, and other options are twice or 3 times. So this is what we're going to do. So first of all, so help has its own help. That's the web. That I don't care about explaining that web. It's going to open Firefox chat. Yes, that has a documentation, and some of the documentations are also outdated because, yeah. So this is the log 1 shared log. So yeah, and yeah, and the other thing is that this help, which is the main documentation, is outdated because it talks about main menu, and now the name is menu, and it explains that these options are on the upper left part, and you can click on the folders, and now everything is open. So as you can see, everything is open. So this documentation is outdated, but I'm not going to do it right now. So I think it's better to write the other options which do not have documentation. So the first one is the one of the most complex one, which is Easy New Linux fix. So I'm going to run it. So this is VirtualBox with BIOS, so you don't have UEFI. So yeah. So as you can see, the first thing this is going to do, as this is going to run the FSSKey partition. So yeah. So maybe I can try to take a snapshot before if I'm good enough. An area 1-2 seconds. As yeah. So now I've got here. So it's strange. This should not. It should post the image as the other one does. Okay, so this is going to take ages to. So I'm not sure how. Wait a moment. I'm not sure how this is. What's the name? I think it's called Easy Group. Group Easy. I think it's the. So this would be search. I guess it's search PNG. Okay. So the next thing is yeah. So the idea is using the idea is having as much as so I'm going to do a thing. I'm going to add the screenshot launcher here so that it's easier for me to run it. So I'm going to capture an area of the screen, 2 seconds. So here there is. So now I'm going to capture this image. I'm not sure if this is too big for whatever the. So this is group busy, so it's petitions to choose. Okay. So the other thing, so now we can choose that I want to fix this one, which is the Ubuntu one. Okay, so I could snapshot this, but I don't think it's needed. Then you've got the question on which hard disk you want to install this on. So we're going to, isn't there an option to capture screenshot? Yeah, so that I don't have to. So I'm going to capture this little square so that it's easier to fit on the. So this is the one about how this group install choose PNG. Okay, so we choose the first one. Then you've got the UEFI stuff, which we might try to. So you know, there's a documentation about you when you let's see if I can say something useful. So there is when you use the not UEFI system info, when you use the system from a BIOS system, if you boot as a BIOS, you get this message about UEFI devices order is skipped. If you happen to boot from UEFI, you get a dialog where you can order UEFI devices. So now this is doing stuff, so we need to capture this. Yeah, damn it. So we need to capture this. Well, capture. So let's do it. Okay, let's try to. So this should maybe do more things or not. Try to install group. No. Yeah, no. Okay. So this is you are not supposed to run this twice, but it's a pity. So yeah. So installing group, go away. So I guess I could make video, take the video, the screenshots from the video itself, but it wouldn't be better than this. So okay, so the finish, if I can do this, so this has finished. Okay, so now this is the beginning, which I'm not sure if it's going to work so well, so I'm going to do this 1 second, or maybe 0 seconds, because I have seen that the window, the screenshot window disappears. But you need to be fast because it doesn't post the image. So okay, so now I select Ubuntu, I select the hard disk, I also and UEFI. So now there's a file I need to have to save this. So this is okay, so this is FSK, which is running, and now we do another capture, which is an area of a screen. So yeah, so this is complete. Okay, so now we need to capture another thing, which is this one. So this is update group running PNG, and then you've got the message about the documentation. So yeah, so we've got another one, which is the update group stopped, finished, complete PNG. So here we are. So now I'm going to undo this. So this is going to be a 3, and it's going to be an area. So this is going to be 3 seconds. So I've got here the installing group. So save as. So this is group install running. So as you can see, there are many images, so that you can be sure that what you are getting, this is very important, what you are getting on the screen is what you are supposed to be getting, because you don't you don't know as a final user if what you are doing is okay or not. So you need to be sure with documentation that everything is okay. That this is something that documentation and programs are completed, are missing. So yeah, so the thing is that you can see the program that says that everything went okay, but you are not so sure because you are afraid. So let me see if I can make this smaller. I cannot. Okay, so success. So this is group in is in group busy complete, which is the one. This is the full option, which with finishes. Okay, so now we have finished. So now we could write the text, but we will do it in a second phase. So in a second stage. So first of all, we're going to continue to another option. So let's see. So change UEFI boot order. So I'm not sure which is the do I have, yeah, so the other one is doc images. Okay, so the other one was USR. So USR chair as USR lib Rescapp. Is there anything about this? Yeah, so it's not lib, it's USR chair Rescapp, I think is what I'm looking for. Rescapp plugins. So what's the name about change UEFI order? Is it UEFI order? Maybe UEFI check. UEFI or no? What? Wait a second. UEFI check. Change UEFI boot order. Yeah, it's UEFI order. So here you can check the name, which is the change UEFI order. So UEFI order is what I'm going to use here. UEFI order. So this is going to be the place where you save your files. The change UEFI boot order options. Okay, so first of all, I want to open capture a screenshot. So capture an area of the screen and 3 seconds, and then press run. So yeah, UEFI boot order update went wrong. Yeah. So yeah, I forgot to put the options, but doesn't. Yeah, so this is the UEFI option. So UEFI options, it's not going to work. So let me see. Yeah. So UEFI stuff we're going to leave them for later, because else it's not going to work. So this one works, this one works, so this one is not going to work, this one, yeah, so this one works or not in the check UEFI boot. It's going to work because it works in both BIOS and UEFI mode, so it's going to work. So 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Okay, so now, okay, yeah, this is very safe as. So this is UEFI check, if I'm not mistaken. So this is UEFI check. Okay. UEFI boot in BIOS mode. BIOS mode. Okay, so now now this is a message. I'm going to hack it so that I don't have to do this again. So I'm going to hack this script, which is on Rescapp plugins. So nano UFI check run. So yeah. So I'm going to say that if this is true, so this is going to be true. Okay. Wait a second. I want to do copy. So if 1 equals 1, then stuff happens. Okay, I think I've managed to do it right, so let's see. So now I need to capture this also. So capture an area, so 3 seconds. So I run it. Now you can say this success. Yeah, there's the thing about, okay, can I do it? I cannot do it smaller. Yeah. So UFI boot in UFI mode. Okay. So we are happy. We've got this option done, even if it's one. So create UFI boot entry. We don't need this UFI partition status. Maybe we can run this, but I'm not sure because this should fail because of I'm not sure what this option does right now. So okay, so let's wait for let's wait for this. Oh my god, how many pop-ups. Okay, so this is yeah, now I remember. So this checks the different flags that the UFI partition has. So this we're going to be able to. So first of all, it's going to find. So it's going to find stuff. So okay. So I guess I can reuse. Let's reuse this because it's so this is UFI part status. So the first one from group easy is this one, which is supposed to search. So this is going to be. So this is the same thing, basically. So if you partition search, as you can see, if I open the image. If I open the image, this is why. Okay, this is going to open Firefox twice or three. So search and partitions. So Firefox, I do not want Firefox, so I'm going to close it. So yeah, so I have this image here. Yeah. So now you have a partition status. The second thing it's that select partition. So I need to screenshot the select partition thing, which it's going to be the same one. So let's just reuse. So let's see this. We have tabs. So I'm going to copy from group easy the same image. So it's going to be, so this is going to be UFI part status. Okay, So now I'm going to select no, I'm going to select. So if I'm not mistaken, yeah, so this system is a BIOS system and does not have a partition, but I can select whatever, and it will tell me that it's not. It will tell me everything that's wrong. So maybe I don't care about what's wrong, so I want to tell the user what happens when everything gets okay. So this is going to be here as incomplete, maybe. Okay. Because now it's going to say that the ESP flag, the boot flag, so on. So it's going to fail every. Yeah. Maybe I can hack this too. So UEFI partition status, but this is going to be way more than yeah. Because this is UEFI can be mount. How will you? How are you? How am I supposed to? Wait a moment. Yeah, it's a bit. So the message depends on. Yeah. So maybe I can add the. So maybe I can do this. I'm not sure.